Welcome back to Good Guardian Canine. I am Alton. This channel is about working dogs. This is part 5 of the Hines American Bulldog yard video. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos and enjoying the dogs so far, especially for new breeders. You can learn some things about how the combinations of breedings were established to lay the foundations for the pedigrees of today, so that should be pretty interesting. I'm trying to keep the videos at about a 15-minute to half an hour tops, so enjoy the videos, enjoy the dogs, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video.
Difficult to get a good picture. I've got Norman keeping puppies out of the way. There's a bunch of them over in the road. But she's a short-backed, chunky, good hindquarters. Just a well-built little bitch. And as I say, she had some excellent puppies. Move around a little, Norm. Maybe she'll walk, trying to follow you. See if we can get a halfway look at her. Pretty well-built little bitch, and as I say, she did real good with Country Boy. That's Dinky Do. She'll be having puppies 2 months from now. Okay, this is Vicki. Vicki is a Williamson bred bitch. She was, her mother was an old bitch I had called China Doll, who's dead now. An old man fighter. She was a Williamson bred bitch and a daughter of Popeye the Sailor. Now, Popeye the Sailor was the son of Williamson's Big Joe. But Williamson didn't actually breed Big Joe. He came from Bailey's, son of Bailey's Gigantic Jim. This all runs back into good Scott breeding, which is more to Scott's credit than it was to Williamson's. If anybody tells you they got Williamson dogs that are hog dogs, however, they took them someplace else to get them to be, because that end of Alabama is not full of wild hogs. And this is one of the better Williamson dogs that I've had. Norman, go over there to her, will you, so she'll get where somebody can see her. This is one of the better Williamson dogs that I had. I had sold this bitch to a man as a puppy, and I wound up with her back because he got where he couldn't keep her. And she came back to me along with another dog when he couldn't keep him any longer. The other dog has since gone to Hong Kong. But Vicky's a pretty decently built dog, and she has a fair amount of aggression. She's more aggressive to dogs and strangers and so forth. Of course, she's not with Norman, but not a bad sort, really. We'll keep her around and breed her one time and see what we get from her and Country Boy. That's Vicki Mine Sanctuary. 2.5 years old. Move around a little bit, Norm. Okay, Norm. Got out and got a little closer where you could see better. It didn't look like it was in too good focus. Not a bad sort. Turn around, Norm, with her. Do they all want to crawl in Norman's lap? These dogs are really quite loving to their own people. Tend to be hard on strangers, but they're good with their own people. Very good. This matron, this is Snowbird, and she is rebred to Country Boy, and she's going to have her pups about the 5th of next month. Hello, Snowbird. Hello, Snowbird. You are my darling. Yes, you are. About the 5th of next month, we'll have some more Snowbird Country Boy puppies. Anything like as good as the first bunch, they'll be great. We're already starting to get reservations on these puppies. This dog is known to half the bulldog people in the country. So is Country Boy, for that matter. Matter of interest here. Remember little Sugar Lump, the little athletic bitch that's small but quick-footed? Well, this is what her and Country Boy got a year ago. This is Daisy May. Daisy May will hit 80 pounds right now at a year. And she's not supposed to take any nonsense off of strangers. Sugar Lump and Country Boy. The old man does put his trademark of head and bone and structure. She's not going to turn her rear to us, but I think you can tell a little from here what kind of muscles to musculature she's got in the rear. Get a little better look. She'll be glad to see you. This is a muscular sort of dog. Good chest and bone. I'm rather proud of this bitch and the country boy getting her. She had 2 brothers in her litter. There was only 3 puppies that survived, and both brothers are, by all accounts, excellent dogs as well. One's in Alaska and the other's in Houston. Contrast, as it happens, this is another sugar lump daughter, but she's my old shadow dancer. Old hog dog that I sent sold down to country because he simply did not have people aggression. This bitch eventually got people aggressive, but she had to get better than 2 years old before she did it. She is not highly people aggressive now. But Red Ear had a beautiful litter of puppies, and they were sold en masse to a man in Mexico who liked them so well he bought the whole litter and carried them to Mexico to use them for breeding stock and working stock. And really, by all accounts, they turned out very well. And she earned her keep forever from me because she turned around and raised 2 litters after that. After she weaned her own litter, she mothered 2 more litters for me where bitches got bad milk. Saved me more thousands of dollars. She could never use up the credit that she's got with me. She's a sweet dog and a nice dog, and as I say, she's had good puppies. But here is the difference between Shadow Dancer as a stud and on the same bitch, on the same bitch, Sugar Lump, having Country Boy as a father. Really, you got to say, there is quite a difference. The old man does stamp his trademark, as I said. Okay, cut into that video at this point. We're up to our usual monthly update. We have to update this about once a month on the back end where the puppies expected and puppies for sale are, and get rid of the ones that have been sold. It is September the 20th. Dinky's not showing. This is Dinky, of course, and she's due to whelp in another month. She's not bellying up yet, but she soon will be. We've got another bitch or so bred. I'm going to show you about that. Snowbird had her puppies on the 10th. Well, so I can't show them yet. They're nothing but white rats at this age. I try to make a practice of not attempting to show puppies till they're at least a month old or a little better, so you can tell a little something about them. That Dinky here, as you know, will be whelping in about 3 weeks to Country Boy, or 4 weeks, pardon me. She'll whelp about the 16th of next month. All right, as you can see, this is Crazy Critter. This dog has presented a terrible problem to us trying to get her bred. She was into her 3rd heat, and we still hadn't got her bred. She tries to tear Country Boy's head off every time you put her with him or any other male for that matter. This dog will bite anything that wears hair except me and Norma. And she considers people prey like a wolf does a rabbit. It's a difficult dog to deal with, really. But I'm happy to say, have finally got Crazy Critter bred. We bred her on the 10th, the same day that Snowbird had her puppies. We bred her to Country Boy. We had to do it artificially, but we did a progesterone test and got it just at the right time, and it was quite a rodeo getting the semen, and we operated on her and put it straight into her uterus, and I don't think there's any chance at all that she hadn't caught. We got the timing just right and put it exactly where it was supposed to go. So she was bred the 10th. I have only let a few people know this so far, just people I've been talking to on the phone, and I've already had one man who wanted the hardest possible dog that I could produce from him. Changed his reservation from a Snowbird puppy to this bitch, knowing that this bitch and the Country Boy probably have as hard a thing as I'm capable of producing. He wanted a very, very tough ring sport dog, and figured he would get it here. Had 2 or 3 other people say that they're sending reservations in. All these guys that have always said, well, I want the toughest dog on the block, well, have at it. Here it is. I don't think that they're going to hurt you or your family, but I think they're going to be awful hard on everybody else in the world. So, for what it's worth, she's bred, and reservations are already starting to come in on her puppies. As you know, this is Snowbird's daughter, Sassy. This is another breeding which is ongoing now. I bred her to Country Boy last night, September the 19th she was bred, which means about November the 19th or 20th we'll have puppies from her. I wouldn't have liked to breed 2 bitches at the same time, only 10 days apart like her and Critter, but I've already got a reservation or 2 on this bitch's puppy. She had such Great puppies. Hell, our puppies was good last time as Snowbirds were. They had an extremely classic head, and she's a heavy-chested bitch, and she did have real good pups. And everybody's real happy with them. So, also, it isn't everybody that I want to sell one of Critter's puppies to. Isn't every situation that somebody will be able to handle a dog like that. And so I thought possibly we needed a few little calmer dogs for home guards that wouldn't back up, but wouldn't eat the neighbor's girlfriend either. At any rate, we'll have puppies around the 20th of November from her in Country Boy. They should be very fine puppies, and they shouldn't be so uncompromisingly tough as Crazy Critter and Country Boy's puppies will be. How you doing, kid? You all right? Yeah, good boy. Yeah, good kid. This is one of the only two big puppies I've still got to sell. This is Snowbird and Country Boy's pup. Close to 6.5 months old now, from her last litter. This one we call the criminal, the outlaw, or whatever we think of to call him. He is one of the two. I mentioned in my older video, he and a brother of his took one of Janie Reb's puppies and tore his ears up so bad I had to have them trimmed. They took off half of one ear and tattered the other one until they just had to do an ear trim job on him. He's since been sold the other day. And he was still a good dog. Just cost me an extra $125 for an ear trim. But then this one and his brother, I put them up in jail, and then him and his brother went to fighting. His brother's gone to Virginia now. He's out on the chain, and he tackled a big Rottweiler house dog bitch the other day, old Minnie the Moocher. Been around us for years, and he didn't try to face 100 pounds down, but he did fly at her in a surprisingly vicious sort of a way, and she drove him back, and the minute she started turning away, he flew at her again. I don't know what he's going to do when he's a year old. He's getting bold about people, too. He'd make quite a nice sort of a dog. He's showing this old man's bone already. Hey, you're a good boy. The bone in those front legs. Make it a good sort of a pup. I think he'll make quite a decent dog for somebody. He's for sale, and he's for sale at a reasonable price. Hello, good kid. All right, I have broken into the old video. You're updating this video. It's October the 11th. And I picked this point. This puppy has been sold. He's going to the island of Bermuda. Deposits in on him, and they're getting their health certificates and British red tape fixed, and he'll be going to the island of Bermuda next week. So he's out of the consideration. Next man will be very satisfied with him. Okay, here we have another good kid. Yes, you are a good boy. This is the last one of Janie Reb's puppies. Janie Reb and Country Boy's puppies out of the last litter. He's only about 3 days different in age from the one you were just looking at. And this is the last one of these I have to sell. This is a good-humored, outgoing puppy. He doesn't have a naturally nasty nature. He's a decent-looking dog. I think he will probably mature in around about 80 pounds, maybe a little better. Not going to be as big as some of his brothers. He's a nice, good-humored sort, and would make somebody a real fine family dog. Yeah, I don't doubt what you could teach him some guard dog work and some nastiness, but you'd have to put it in this dog. This dog is naturally a gentle, nice-natured dog. Let us say he's a bit better than 6 months old also, and he's for sale. All right, into a different set of pups now. These puppies are Dinky Do's puppies from her last litter, and they were off of the video and off of the market. 4 of them were sold for $1,000 a piece, and I can, upon application, will tell you who's got them, and they will be pleased to tell you how happy they are with them. Come here, good boy. Summer was so hot, and some of you people know what hot spots are and some won't. You get bare patches on the skin, and they itch and they scratch it, and they did. 4 of these puppies got some bare spots on them, and they were unsightly, and I had to treat them. See the spot on his flank? They're about filled in now, and they're all right, and I will put them on the video and put them out for sale. These puppies are coming up there almost 6 months old. This is the only male. He is a fine boy. He's got a brother in Gilbert, Arizona, and another one from Lighthouse Point, and another one in Boise, Idaho, and people are very pleased with him. This was also a fine sort of a pup. He's just late getting sold. But this is Dinky Do and Country Boy. Dinky Do is a little chunky bitch. You've been seeing her She's going to whelp again the 17th of this month. Just a few days now, 6 more days. And this is her and Country Boy's pup from the last litter. This is his sister, one of the Dinky Do females. She is the sharpest faced one of the bunch. Y'all are going to have to excuse these dogs scratching. I've got another hatch of ticks and they're crawling in on me like I don't believe. I've dipped every other day for 3 days and they crawl in as fast as I dip them. I don't normally have my dogs scratching this way, but the young tiny seed ticks are crawling like I don't believe, as I say. This is the sharpest nosed one of the 3 females. See the bone that her old man put on her though in her front legs? This is also the smartest one of the 3 females. This dog is smart, she is devoted. If she was loose, she would be 1 step behind me everywhere I went and 2 feet behind the pickup when I drove it. If I was going to train a dog and needed one to keep a train, this is the bitch I would pick out of the whole bunch right here. As I told you, the other one was the sharpest nosed one of the bunch. He's got quite broad noses on them. They're basically white. A little bit of freckles. See where the spot's haired in on her? Approaching 6 months is not a bad sort of a bitch, I'll tell you. As I say, everybody else has got ones very pleased with them. One white female. I'll try and see if I can get the other one here. Hey, sweetheart. Hello. One girl and the other girl. Not a lot of difference between them. Possibly this one's a little shorter in the face. One's built about as well as the other. This one's ears stand out a little more. Both well-built bitches and growing out to make nice, sizable dogs. All right, there's 3 females and 1 male, and this is Dinky's litter, and they're all about 6 months old now. And I consider they're sellable now. I don't think that's a bad sort of bitch pup there, not really. Okay, now I'm gonna attempt at least to show you Snowbird's babies. They're just 4 weeks old. I just weaned them yesterday. We'll call this the #1 boy. As you can see, he's quite active. Good big head. Good straight body. I like this puppy. A lot of red on him. Turn his other side to me, Norm, if you can. See the spot black around the eye and red up front. Turn him back again. He wants to come to you, I know. Very active, outgoing sort of a puppy. #1 boy, a Snowbird and Country Boy, 4 weeks old. We'll call this gentleman a #2 male. Oh my goodness. Turn his head straight on to me, Norm. He's got little spots on both ears, and a bigger spot on one eye, and a tiny one on the other eye. And it gives him all dark eyes and 2 spots on his ears. Very lively sort of a pup. The rest of him's white. Set him way up in there, Norm. I know he's going to run back at you. Tight muscle sort of a puppy. Active, very outgoing. Really the first one to escape from the pen from the time he was a little bitty. First one to get out of the pen and escape. Maybe we're going to call him a #2 male. A #3 male. He's colored quite a lot like the 6 months old male is going to Bermuda. See, his spot's over his eye and the other one's on the ear. Otherwise he's white. And what a big, look at the bones in those legs for a 4 weeks old puppy. So this is a white dog. #3 male. Turn the other side to me. Set him way up in and let him take another run at you, Norman. Hey, boy. Oh, my. 1 spot over 1 eye. Otherwise, he's a white dog. #3 male. 4 weeks old. We're going to call this a #1 female. #1 girl. As you see, she's got a big brindle patch on one side. Turn her around, Norm. Turn her one side and then the other where we can see her. Got a spot on her tail. Patch on one side, big head on her, hasn't she? And we'll call her the #1 female. She also wants to go to Norman. Turn this other side to me now, Norm. That's it. See, she's white on that side. Big-headed #1 female. Okay, Norm. Okay, #2 female. Now up, run around, little girl. Well, I'm going to the front of the truck. She got a number of brown spots on her. Brown tail, 2 brown spots on this side, brown eye, big brown spot on the shoulder on the other side, and a big brown spot on the hip. Turn the other side to me, Norman. Good fella. Take your hand off your butt so I can see the spots on the butt. Turn the other side to me and take your hand off her butt. There we are, now you can see the markings. Brown with a little bit of brindling in the brown, but you have to call it brown. Well, don't let it fall off. There you go. All these puppies want to run off. Okay, that's the number 2 girl. 4 girl. Got a lot of spots. You're gonna get up and go look at now. All right, bring her back out in the open armor. Don't let her fall off the tailgate. Looks like she's willing to do. All right, turn her other side to me, Norma. Got around the other side. Come on around. There you are. You sort of have to hang on them. They're going to run off the tailgate on her. Good short, stubby head on her. Number 4 girl. This is a very active little girl. Number 5 girl. She's pure white. My battery's starting to play down. She's pure white. I'm going to have to apologize for these puppies being dirty. I put them on calf milk and they dirty each other every minute. What can I do unless I wash them and rush out before they get dry? Okay, number 5 girl. Okay, this is Monday the 12th. I have 2 more small things to show you. And then we're going to call it quits for this long video. Just had to shut it off. We had a little rodeo. She tried to catch the rat terrier, Norma's rat terrier. I had to shut it off and save the rat terrier. This bitch is not of my breeding. I have 2 of these young bitches. They're 4 months old. And born, I think, the last day of May. When I bought Country Boy, I had a bitch in the package with him called Ginger. And Ginger was a decently Scot-bred bitch, but I did not need that particular line of Scot because I had it on the yard already. I traded her to a man named Richard Mullins in Chaparral, New Mexico. Part of the deal was that I was to get back half of the first 2 litters. Richard's stud dog is a dog he got from Blackwell. Big dog weighs 125 pounds. He calls him Mullins' Bubba. You may see him advertised in Dog World. And he is the father of these puppies. Ginger was bred to him. And I have here 2 of these white 4-month-old puppies. They're practically mirror images of each other. The other one looks just like this one, except she's got a tiny red spot on her back. And as I say, they're not my breeding. They're going to be big dogs because their daddy is a 125-pound dog from Blackwell's breeding. They're good-humored dogs. They're outgoing dogs. There doesn't appear to be anything shy about them. They are for sale. And so much for that. They're a pretty decent sort of bitch. Sale at a reasonable price. Okay, I'm having a little trouble trying to take this. I can't leave the tailgate open. They're running at me when they hear my voice. I don't have Norma to help me this morning. These are 2 puppies from the mountains. And not my breeding. There's a male. Brindle is a female. She'll head for me again. Here they come. Oh boy. Buckskin male and a brindle female. As you can see, they got decent heads and bodies. They're decently bred Scot dogs. They're not, their pedigree's not as illustrious as Country Boys, but it's a doggone good pedigree, especially on the mother's side. And right back into Bobo Roger in 2 or 3 places in the 3rd generation back. You're, of course, being a son of Mac the Masher. This is very difficult. A bumper. At least I can give you a few head shots. Buckskin male with a nice head here. So does the bitch. Anyway, I got these puppies from a friend of mine in the country. I got half the litter off of him, and there was one in there that I wanted. So I took half the litter, and these pups are for sale at quite a reasonable price, a little cheaper than I usually sell my puppies, and they should make some of them quite good dogs. I'm sorry I can't give you a better shot, but they want to get to me. I'm standing up on the bumper, and they're hunting me.
This is the other bitch from Mullins. I don't think I can talk to you. They're all raising hell now. Rat terriers following me around and they're barking at her. What are you going on about, you old devil? What's the matter with you? Huh? What's the matter?
Norman raises rat terriers and she insists on following me around, and it does create some problems sometimes. Comments to make and we'll close. Number one, I have to apologize to you for the fact that these puppies are somewhat dirty, but as I say, I use this dried calf milk mixture and they smear each other with it and they stay dirty. 10 minutes after you wash them, they're dirty again. Secondly, I do not like to show my dogs to you scratching. This tick infestation that's come on us late this summer has been something else. The good dips that really kill them and have a residual effect you can't use but once every 30 days, and that just won't do under this circumstance. And these others have no residual effect, and I've been dipping every other day, and hey, where they bite them, they itch and they scratch them. What can I tell you? But I do not like to show my dog scratching. This doesn't usually happen from my place. I guess that's about all that I have to show you for the moment. The video's been long enough. I hate to think when Dinky Do's puppies are born in another 6 or 7 days, if they're big enough to show, it'll get longer yet. But in the meantime, folks, I hope you like my dogs, and I thank you.